What's going on, everybody? Jose Osa, your lead instructor at Seeker Disc Golf, with another Coaching Shorts. Today I want to talk to you about things you want to write down. Number one is our pre-shot routine. As we learn it, and if you don't have it, it's very important that you develop one. We want to have it written down. You want to give yourself something to refer to while you're training, warming up, practicing, to make sure that you have that pre-shot routine down. We want to make it a habit. You will no longer need that list, but as you're learning it, you may want to modify it and figure it out. You want to make it personal, something that works for you. A pre-shot routine is going to make us trusting, reactive, decisive, focused, feel-oriented, undistractable, and calm. So that's definitely something we want in our process, in our routine, that pre-shot routine. Next, we want to write down a post-round analysis. After you're done with a round, go sit in your car for about 5 minutes. Grab a notepad, go hole by hole, shot by shot. Compare your intention to your execution. You already have a scorecard that tells you how you did number-wise. So just because you got a birdie doesn't mean that you did what you wanted to do. You might have gotten lucky, kicked off of a tree. So for example, I wanted to get up high on this hole and highs are in, but I pulled it right. So I pull it right. Hole 2, early release. We go hole by hole, and then once we have it written down, we can set it aside and go back and join our friends. The issue is if we go back a week or two later and try and train, we're not going to remember everything we did wrong. We're going to remember some of the big things that really stuck out. And it's like, okay, so we had those 2 15-footers that we missed. Okay, well, I'm going to practice 15-footers for about 20 minutes. When in reality, your big problem was that you released the disc early on 5 tee shots. So the better course of action, if you had written it down, you know that, okay, I'm going to go work getting a full, complete throw, getting the disc going down the line that I want. Then, to complete it, you want to write down what works. Not the score, not the shot execution. You already did that with the post-round analysis. What works, for example, is, say you had an amazing tournament. What made it amazing? What were the things that you did that day? Perhaps, hey, I went to bed early. I had a nice full sleep. I got up. I had a nice breakfast. I walked the dogs that day. I don't know. I was very happy. I got to the course an hour early, had a nice leisurely warm up. I did this and that. This is what I did. And you can do that again in the future for another tournament. Try to replicate it. And if it works again, try to make it a routine. This is a cheat sheet for our future selves. We can go back 2 or 3 weeks later and say, Jose, hey, this is what worked. Okay, we'll forget kind of what it was that we did and not do it again. Maybe not have such a successful tournament. We also want to write down what didn't work. For example, don't drink a 5-hour energy on an empty stomach. So these are things that I recommend to you to write down to help ourselves in the future. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me for this Coaching Shorts. Visit SeekerDiscGolf.com, the #1 disc golf training app.